Let's get salty!
Everyone, Zeddy here again with another great Dark Beyond card review, and I have really sad news that I unfortunately have to share. Yeah, we're getting priest cards. We are getting more priest cards, and well, we're gonna review them today. And if you want to win some of these, why priest cards? We have a giveaway going on for 2 regular pre-orders, 2 mega bundles out of my pocket to enter that giveaway. Like and comment in the video, link down description below, the one with that thumbnail over there. Be subscribed to the channel for every 1,000 subs we get until all the cards are revealed. I will add another mega bundle, so hit that sub button. Make me go baroque. And well, let's start off with a brand new holy spell coming to priest, and there's some holy spell synergies going on. The Divine Star, a 2 mana spell. It deals 3 damage to a minion, so this cannot go face. Give a random minion in your hand +3 health. That is quite the odd one. But yeah, it's a hand buff card for priest. Again, that's not particularly usual, but you know, dealing damage, getting plus health, that is certainly a thing priest has done. It's a decent card. It's definitely going to be something that you need to get that health advantage on, but it's only 1 random minion. You can't really, unless you only have like 1 specific thing in hand, you're not gonna be able to manipulate it too hard. It's really gonna have to be like, I want unkillable stuff. Although in wild, where you have like divine spirit and inner fire, that could be quite nice to hit something. And yeah, I mean, it's decent. It's a holy spell with some removal ability to it, some buffing to it. I could see it seeing play in certain decks. It just, again, probably requires a pretty specific deck to go in, but I'm not going to rate it too lowly. I'll give it a 3 out of 5 in standard, although in wild, I don't think Divine Spear or whatever, Inner Fire Priest, whatever you want to call it, combo priest, I don't think it'll bother with something like this, and every other priest deck feels like it's always Shadow, because Benedictus is so good to have as your opening hero power. I will give it a 2 for that format. Next, we have another 0 mana spell, and it is a I believe priest, I got this right on Rards Hearthstone, I believe, has the most 0 mana spells, and they're getting another one here with Gravity Lapse. This is an epic spell. Set every minions in attack and health to the lower of the 2. So whatever the lowest is between attack and health, everything is set to that, right? So if there's just a 1 out there, everything will be set to a 1, and you go up and for that, and that could be a nice way to just neutralize the board, make really small things, likely be able to AoE and clear, and you get to do this for 0 mana, which is, well, you know, not too expensive, right? It's the average cost of Hearthstone cards these days. At least if you want it, right? You can want it, and it's 0 on your 0, but regardless, it's a really weird one. It'll be one that we'll have to see how it plays out, whether it's worth playing in your deck. Absolutely could be. Regardless, yeah, you're just basically trying to neutralize the board, make everything really small. Like Wave of Apathy, I think it was called back in the day, did something similar to that, to like attack. You'd set everything to 1 permanently. That was a very effective card at the time, and yeah, it just really depends on the board state. It's a really weird one, hard to evaluate. I'll give it a 3 though, because I do feel like it's just that annoying style of priest card that absolutely could work out and make me mad because priest annoys me. And while though, again, it doesn't have a spell school on it or anything like that, and I don't think there's a deck that really makes sense, although yeah, I just don't think it makes sense in wild, so I'll give it a 2. Don't see it making an impact there. Next, we have the Shield of Ascara, a 6 mana 4/8 Drai. It has Taunt. It has Divine Shield. It also has Lifesteal, Sunwalker, Crying in a Corner. Although this isn't that much better than a Sunwalker, so that's kind of troublesome, but it's a Drai, which is nice, and you'll see the synergies it has with a certain card in a second, but I'm not entirely sure that's something I'm going to really want to build around. This just feels like a whatever vanilla Drai minion. Like, it's just too fair, it's too honest, it's just a regular card in today's game, unless it's like super abusable, which again, we'll see in a second why I think it could be a little bit, but even then, I feel like you're doing better stuff. I'm gonna give this a 1 out of 5 in standard and wild. Great arena pick, really good there, but I just don't see this being a ladder card. It just feels like whatever, right? Like, it just, when cards don't make you go like, oh, I could do this or that, it typically has 0 chance, and I just don't see a ton other than, yeah, the Drai tribe, right? That's kind of nice. We also have another Drai here, the Overzealous Healer. This is a 1-mana 3/3 Death Rattle, restore 6 health to the enemy hero. Kind of like Zombie Chow with additional stats. However, it also has Spell Burst. Silence this minion. So yeah, your opponent won't get that health restoration. It's just a 1-mana 3/3. So yeah, we're at the point where we're getting 1-mana 3/3s with minimal downside, right? Restoring your opponent's health. Typically, I mean, Zombie Chow back in the day, way back in the day, was a really good card because, like, for the slower decks that aren't trying to kill your opponent right away, it's just nice to get a nice body out there, and eventually it'll heal them. You don't really care. With this, you might not care either, and if you do, well, you can silence it, I guess. And I just feel like this is a solid card. It could go into faster decks that just want a lot of stats, or it could just go into those slower decks to help you fight for the board. Although it's got the funny anti-synergy with like Velen of the Death Rattle of healing them. Although you know that like Mark could make a combo of like get a bunch of Overzealous healers that die in the game and then play Velen and then like embrace the shadows and just have a big OTK with that. That should be a pretty good combo, right? So there's some possibilities for that. But yeah, at the end of the day, 1-mana 3/3, minimal downsides. I'm gonna give this a 4 to 5 in standard, a 3 to 5 in wild. I just can't write that off. That just seems really strong to me. And then lastly, we have a new legendary Drai, which this would work with the other Drais we looked at. It is a 5-mana 4/5 Ascara. Battle Cry, the next Drai you play summons a copy of itself. So if it's been like hand buffed, it'll retain that, right, with that holy spell. So that taunt we talked about, you could get 2 of those. That's a nice little curve, right? I just feel like you're probably not building around that one specific thing. But Velen, right? Velen is something you're looking at like, yeah, I wouldn't mind getting 2 of those. That seems good. And then I get this Battle Cry again. And then I can play a Drai and get more of those. And, you know, Priest can Power Chord Synchronize and do a lot of crazy stuff, where this card does seem like, yeah, Drai Priest, which you would think they would want to make a thing with Velen being at least original Hearthstone, classic Hearthstone. Velen was pretty tied to the class, being its first class legendary. That, yeah, I think this could absolutely spawn who knows what, right? We still have, well, I guess we know the neutrals and we know the Priest ones, but as time goes on, the more Drai are added to the game, this will only get better too, right? So I'm giving this a 4 to 5 in standard. There's a lot of implications for it. It makes that taunt that I'm not sold on at all maybe a playable card, right? And we have this diamond animation. We know what it looks like, diamond. I'm sure it will cost a pretty penny, but yeah, it's a pretty nice looking diamond card there. So there you have it. That's the Priest reveals for now. There's another one later today that Theo, my arch nemesis, will be revealing. How dare they give him, they know he's my nemesis, so they give him Priest cards. He'll be revealing those. We'll review them when they come out. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Have a great day and stay salty, my friends.